Virgo, this is your general tarot reading. Welcome to Lisa's Tarot. Virgo, welcome back, welcome in. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Virgo. I will be doing a general reading, okay? I like to go with the flow, okay? So that means I believe whatever message you're meant to know right now or hear, that's the message that will come out, okay? I work heavily with my spirit guides. You may hear me say strange things. You may hear me, if you know anything about tarot, I may say something and you might be thinking like, that's not what that means. But I'm an intuitive reader, okay? I work heavily with my guides. Keep that in mind. I'm going to start with a few oracles, okay, Virgo? If you're not into the oracles, jump ahead. Timestamps are below. I appreciate all of you watching. Let's go ahead and see what Virgos have in store. I'll take a quick peek into the recent past. Look at the current energies and see what you've got coming up, okay, Virgo? First one, we have Dragon. This one is Power. This is also the number 11. So many of you, I'm going to put these over here actually. That's some fire type of energy there, okay, Virgo? It's showing a lot of movement. Dragons move fast, okay? So that's you got some fiery energy, okay? You got some stuff going on there, Virgo. Let's see what else. Unicorn Purity. I love these. These cards are so gorgeous. Okay. So some of you may be purging things from your life. Kind of trying to live in your truth. Cleansing your life, so to speak. Cleansing things that may not be the best for you. Third one is Miracles, Rainbow, Waterfall. This also has a butterfly, which to me is symbolic for transformational energy, okay? Butterflies go through a transformation, when they go from being a caterpillar to a butterfly. That's not always easy, okay? So some of you Virgos are currently in an energy of it feels like there's a lot going on, but at the same time there's somewhat of a calm energy at the same time, which is kind of seems like the opposite from each other, but that's what I'm feeling. So hopefully we'll get more when I do the tarot cards, which I'm going to start now. I do pre-shuffle. I'll shuffle a few times. I'm going to be using Crystal Visions and the Dark Mansion tarot deck. I'm going to start with Crystal Visions. Okay. Spirit, what do we have for Virgo, please? Messages for Virgo. Messages for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know the most? That didn't take long. Death in reverse. That there is Scorpio energy with the death in reverse. So this actually means rebirth, okay? First of all, it's in reverse. One thing ends, a new thing begins. For some of you, I almost feel like you're going through this, I don't like this term. I've never have. I don't know why, but I hear people say it and it's just not something I care for. But I'm going to use it, okay? Okay, Virgo, I'm going to use it. it feels like your life is changing seasons, okay? Kind of another term for cycles. There's a new period of your life has already started, okay? This is a little bit of your past energy here. There's been things that have already changed, okay? I feel you're the one that's been responsible for these changes. I feel like some of you have really been working on yourself in a lot of ways. So it's kind of like you're entering a new season in your life, okay? A new cycle, just a different time period, I guess you'll say. What else do we have for Virgo? The Unknown card. So this deck, the Crystal Visions Tarot, has this unknown card, okay? So she's holding the crystal ball, but if you look at it, it's cloudy. You can't see shit, okay? There's also an owl on here. Actually, that might be a raven. And this card typically symbolizes there's things that you're not meant to know at this time, okay? However, it's in the reverse. So, some of you, I feel like there could be things that you've wanted to know about a situation or your life, and you've wanted to know for quite some time. But for some reason or another, that hasn't been the case. Like you haven't found out that, information or whatever you wanted to know. Maybe you were searching for messages. Maybe you were looking for something specific in your life and it, wasn't happening and you weren't sure why and you're just trying to find out why. So some of you, there will be messages revealed. I feel like I should say to you, pay close attention to any kind of messages or symbols, something out of the ordinary that may come across your path, okay? It'll stand out. You'll kind of go, oh, that's kind of weird. Okay? So pay attention to synchronicities. What else do we have for Virgo? Messages for Virgo. The Fool in reverse. We've got two majors here, plus this unknown card. And that Fool is Aries energy. That is fire energy. There's something about this new season. See, I said it again, Virgo. But I'm going to stop. That's the last time. Because I really don't like that phrase. Anyway, I'm going off on the tangent, Virgo. The Fool in the upright is taking a leap of faith, okay? It's literally the first card in the tarot. It's number 0, which is new beginnings. Again, this card, so she's wearing a red dress. That's that fire energy for Aries. A lot of red in this card, meaning there's a lot of action with this card, okay? Again, the butterflies, lots of them. You may have to zoom in. I'm trying to avoid the glare. So the Fool is about taking a leap of faith when, there's really no reason to. Kind of like going up a staircase, but you don't know where it's going to lead type of energy. But I feel like because certain things have been unknown and there have been the start of these changes in your life, I feel a bit of hesitant energy, a bit of uncertainty, okay? I'm feeling fear with this. And every time we have changes going on, especially if they're bigger changes, even though you may be excited for the change or what's coming up, if you're not exactly sure how things will go, that can bring about some fear, some hesitant, some pullback, you know. So I think that might be the case with this Fool in reverse. What else do we have for Virgo, please? Messages for Virgo. Holy shit, Virgo. What in the hell do you guys have going on? Okay. Well, actually, this is good. It's in the reverse. However, you pulled the Tower. You're throwing the Tower at me, Virgo. I don't know what's going on here. So this here, it's another major. That's all you've pulled so far. Majors in the reverse. All of them. The Tower is about changes. The Tower is the universe throwing something at you that kind of feels like a boomerang. All right, it's kind of some scary energy. This is in the reverse though, so I feel like when it comes to taking this leap of faith with whatever that is, whatever it relates to, I feel like that's going to slowly dissipate. This could also, the Tower could also be signifying sort of a slow ending to all these changes that have already started. The purification, okay, the cycle of, it almost feels like you've been in this energy of anxiousness or kind of antsy and like restless, okay? So maybe that's what's happening. Maybe you're going to learn more about something. You know, we got this unknown card in the reverse. Something being revealed to you as these changes start or continue to happen. It's always difficult. Even, like I said, if it's a change that you want, it's still difficult, okay? It can be very difficult. Let me get one more on that top here for Virgo. World in reverse. Okay, so world in oh shit. Your fourth major. These are all majors here, with the exception of the unknown, which is specific to this deck. The world in reverse is unfinished business. Okay, so there could be some things that you need to kind of tie up going along with this Tower card. And the world, that is another new beginning. So literally all these cards that have come out are about new beginnings and changes, okay? So Virgo, you're going through it, all right? You're going through some big energy changes, big shifts of energy here. But the world in reverse can be kind of tying up loose ends, or maybe loose ends that need to be tied up before you continue into this next kind of energy shift for you. Let's see what else we get. That one just flew out, but I wasn't ready, so I'm not taking it. It's Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Mental note. I'm going to make a mental note. Spirit, what else do we have for Virgo? Messages for Virgo. Again, another major. Okay, so if you don't know, the majors in the tarot deck relate to universal energy, spirit energy, things that are on another level, okay? Things that the universe is sending us, changing for us, switching up, that kind of thing. The cards that are not majors, let's say, you know, Ace of Cups, Six of Swords, you know, those kind of cards. those are the cards that are kind of we control, and you know that's about us personally. The majors also, you know, that's about you personally as well, Virgo. But what I'm saying here is it's with all of these majors here, literally 5 out of 6 cards. They're okay, and actually the star is the first one, not in reverse. This is the star card. It's here with the death in reverse. That star is very healing energy, okay? That is water energy. It's about balance, bringing balance into your life. So it's also wishes and dreams come true. You could, you know, put it over here with this card about miracles. So for some of you, you're entering this phase of it's like something you've been waiting for or waiting on for a very long time, and now it's like the universe is saying, okay, Virgo, it's your turn. You don't have to wait anymore. Let's do this. And it's sending you everything to push you in that direction, literally. Okay, let's see. Let me get another one on this unknown card. Maybe we can get some more. Will it be a major? No, it's the first one. Okay, the first one is not a major. 8 of Pentacles. A lot of effort working at something. This I don't know. This unknown energy here. It's almost like you've had a secret that you haven't told anybody, or curiosity, or something you really, maybe you've literally asked for this information in your dreams. Because there's something that something's pulling me to this, okay? I don't know if you are writing it in a journal or like I said, asking for, you know, could I have this dream? And, you know, could you give me this information, please, Spirit? Or what this is about? I feel like there is some work involved with this. Like you've been working on this question or this, it almost feels like it's a mystery feeling to you. If that makes sense, take it. It's very, I don't know, the energy is weird. That's maybe for a small portion of you. It's very specific. So let's see what we get with the Fool. The Sun, another major. I swear these cards are shuffled. They're not all the majors together. Very bizarre. Okay. So the Sun, that's once you get through this feeling of hesitation with this Fool in reverse, kind of, you know, you want to take that leap of faith. You want to take the jump off the cliff here. But for some reason, there's some hesitation surrounding that. In the end, here's the reason. Look at the butterflies again. This is Leo energy. It's the happiest card in the tarot. Okay. Again, fire energy. Leos are a fire sign, as well as the Aries card right here. This is your current energy. Okay. So some of you, it's like you're ecstatic right now. Okay. It's like you're doing jumping jacks. It's like little kid energy, kind of like you can't contain yourself type of energy. All right, that's what I'm feeling from this. it's just like, wow. Okay, we're, coming from an earth sign. But it's and I'm laughing, obviously, but I feel like this is an energy that you haven't felt. So for some of you, you haven't felt this way for a very long time. There's a lot of hope mixed in with these changes coming up. So much happiness, okay? It's just like all of this joy emanating and energy emanating from your reading right now. It's kind of crazy, Virgo. I'm happy for you. Whatever you got going on over there, with all these majors and just, it's really strong energy. What else do we get? Let's see what we get with the Tower. Four of Wands. Look at the cute couple with the horse. Four of Wands, more fire energy. You guys are just on fire right now. Four of Wands is about building a foundation. This one in particular can be about committed relationships, celebrations, that type, engagements, marriage, that type of energy. Here with the Tower in reverse. So for some of you, you may be, who knows, you may be getting married, getting engaged. I don't know, maybe just going to a party with someone. It's building foundational energy. Okay. Perhaps that's the change. There could have been, I don't know, for some of you, if this is in relation to a love relationship, maybe the other person hasn't wanted to commit for a while, and that recently changed. For others of you, that's not the case. It's just the change. It could be something in particular happening to where this building of a foundation starts to happen. Okay, this is here with this Tower in reverse. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. It's about, like I said, building foundations with this new cycle that you've got going on in your life. Let me get one for the world, and then I'm going to grab my other deck. We've got two that came out. Five of Swords, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Swords can be a little bit of some anguish, but it's here with this unfinished business with the World in reverse, and Ten of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, this could relate to finances. There may be something to do with finances or something that you have to do or finish before this new energy shift fully happens. Okay? So in the meantime, you're tying up loose ends. In the meantime, maybe you're saving money. There could be some anxious energy tied in with that. It might be a little confusing at times, maybe a little stressful at times, just because we've got this Five of Swords here along with the Ten of Pentacles, okay? Okay, let's grab the Dark Mansion Tarot. I'm just going to go and get some more clarifiers. We're going to go back over here to the Death in reverse with the Star. Oh, we've got a flipper here. Let me get this situated because we don't want that. Where did it go? Hold on, Virgo. Give me a second. Okay, maybe I'm seeing things. I could have sworn I had one flipped. I guess not. All right, Spirit. Tell me more, please, Spirit, about the Death card and the Star card for Virgo. Tell me more, please. What else does Virgo need to know? Judgment. I just love this deck. I mean, and I apologize in advance if I just talk about how cute these cards are, because I just love this deck. Okay. So Judgment with the Star and Death in reverse. Judgment is, so it's the number 20. Okay. If you think about the 10s as well as the Death card, the world is 21. 10s are the ending of a cycle or the beginning of a new cycle. Okay. This is 20. Judgment is again, it's transformational energy. With these new beginnings, okay, with kind of manifesting the happiness that you seek in your life, transformation is a part of that. So like the butterfly, this judgment, it's kind of taking a look at yourself, a really good look, and going like, what do I need to change about myself in order for this thing to happen? Am I standing in my own way? Like what's really going on with me? Are there things I need to change about myself, in order for this to happen, whatever this is for you, okay? What else do we have? Well, my gosh, okay. I'm not taking those because they just ran away from me. Let's get another. I want to get another one on that as well. The Devil. Whew. I swear, Virgo. And these are, again, these are both majors. I don't think I've ever had this many majors come out in one reading ever. I'm going to say that, okay? So, here's what I'm feeling from this. By the way, now I told you I was going to talk about this deck. This is a sweet ass devil card. I'm sorry. I mean, look at, she is a badass. All right. So, just had to say it. Capricorn energy. That is kind of toxic energy. It's like sludge, okay? And it's here with the Judgment. So both of these cards, again, transformational. And the reason is you're looking at yourself, okay? And like I said before, when I was talking about Judgment, you're kind of going like, what can I do? Like, what can I change about myself? Am I too moody? Am I, trying to control things too much? Am I really impatient? But the devil can it can even deal with codependency, just things like too much shopping, too much drinking, just kind of anything in excess on a minor level. On a major level, it can just be flat out toxic, in regards to relationships, any kind of relationship where you can get in that codependency trap, okay? Just to give you an idea what this devil energy is all about. So I feel like that's where the purity energy is coming from, because you've got Judgment and the Devil with Death in reverse, those changes, those new cycles. You see, I said I wasn't going to say anymore. That purity card, all right? You're removing the sludge from your life, whether it's about you personally or whether it has to do with other people, Okay. Tell me more about the unknown card with the Eight of Pentacles. God, another... And this is a completely different deck, Virgo. Major, major, major. Like, the universe, like, this is so strong. If you don't feel the happenings going on behind the scenes in your life, I don't know, Virgo. I'm thinking you should, because this is kind of crazy, even with the other deck. The Hangman, gaining perspective, taking a step back to get a better picture of what's going on. Now here it is with that unknown card, that little kind of secretive thing you want to know. There's something there, okay? You're putting in the work. You're like trying to, it's the Hangman is stepping back a little on purpose to get the bigger picture instead of focusing too much on the details. All right. All right. What do we have next for Virgo? What does Virgo need to know? Which major card are we going to pull this time? Wow. Four of Wands again. Okay. Virgo, you are this reading, I don't know. I don't know, Virgo. Not a major, however. We've got, I need a bell to ring when this happens, because it happens quite frequently sometimes. Again, Four of Wands. Cute little couple over here, just over here. It's that building a foundation, and it usually relates to somebody else, which is why there's two people on both of these cards. Exact same card, different decks. When this happens, that's my guide saying, like, ding, 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 pay attention. So for some of you, this could be wrapped up heavily with another person, a significant other, could even be a friend, however that applies for you, okay? That Fool in reverse with the Sun. So if this other person, I feel, makes you extremely happy, if this is resonating for you, okay? It's clarifying the Sun and the Fool, and that Fool in reverse, that kind of being a little bit leery of taking this leap of faith here, okay? It's a little bit of fear. It's not a strong amount. It's not like, oh my God, I'm freaking out kind of thing. It feels more like worry, okay? Worry, like, oh God, you're like worrying it's not going to last, worrying something will happen to mess it up, that kind of energy with that Fool in reverse, okay? So now we've got two Four of Wands building that foundation, okay? Let's clarify this Tower in reverse with the other Four of Wands that you already had. Two of Wands. That's kind of choosing the path, okay? It's a step down from the Four of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this connection or this energy, there's decisions to be made about which path to take. Do we do this thing? Do we do that thing? This could even be about the other person in regards to hold on, I'm kind of getting some info here. it's like the other person, somebody here feels like the other person, but I'm not 100. So one of the people in this situation or connection, they want to make sure that they're doing the right thing, like doing it in a certain way is the only way I can describe this. Like, and it could be you, because it's kind of the same feeling I was getting with the Fool card of, I don't want anything screwing this up. It's kind of an energy of wanting it to be perfect, wanting everything to be perfect when this new cycle or change happens or begins. Okay. Let me get another one. Seven of Swords in reverse. If there is fear with this, with these changes or what you would like to happen in the future, it could just be tied into maybe something was planned before and it didn't go right. Maybe you planned something at one point, with someone else and shit went south. Maybe you're just trying not to deceive yourself, all right? But I feel like that feeling, the more time goes on, kind of the less you're going to have that feeling. Okay, Virgo, if that makes sense. All right, let's get one on the world with the Five of Swords. Ten of Swords in reverse. Thank you, Spirit Guides, for that confirmation. And I'm saying that because I just got done saying that the more time goes on, the less you will feel that feeling of that anxiety or that apprehensive kind of worry energy about stuff not turning out as planned or something down the line going wrong. And clarifying again, right after that, Ten of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords is, you can see what it is. This poor skeleton here has 10 swords in his back. Again, remember what I said about tens. This one's in reverse, okay? New beginnings. Ten of Sword is the ending of a cycle. It's in reverse. It means something is beginning. These swords are about your thoughts, worry, anxiety, that type of, even communication. But I take it as anxiety type of energy. It's in the reverse. So like I said, the more time goes by with this, okay, the less you're going to have those fears will eventually dissipate. Okay. Let me get one more for Virgo. Knight of Swords in reverse. More sword energy. We're saving the sword energy for last, Virgo, I guess. So again, it's in reverse, okay? Knight of Swords. It's fast moving energy, okay? But this is also talking about that unfinished business, okay? I should also mention that if this does involve you and another person, and there's money involved or that type of energy here, because this is like when I said there may be something about money, tying up loose ends, or getting more money, whatever, you know, saving more money, whatever the case may be. There may be times where, if that involves another person, where there could be disagreements or just bickering or just kind of like having different viewpoints about money or something financial or where to put your effort, because those pentacle cards, which is your energy right here and here, that's also about effort. There could be times where you want to do, maybe spend money for this and the other person wants to spend money for that, and it's, you know, you're not on the same page. So that could happen from time to time. But Virgo, other than that, like, you guys, I don't know, like, this is some crazy energy here. I'm just gonna, like, there's so much going, it feels like there's so much going on. So much fire in this, and with all of these majors, like I said before, the universe is doing some work for you. The universe is doing some work in your favor, okay? So just know that on the days where you're kind of struggling, you know, maybe you're losing patience, or, you know, just wondering how it's all going to happen, just know that it'll happen in time, and the universe, spirit, God, however you see that, is working behind the scenes in your favor, big time. Like, right, like I said, I have never had this many majors come out in a reading, I don't think ever. I mean, the amount of major cards is crazy, okay? So everything is going to be fine, okay? Have no worry, Virgo, because this was one hell of a reading, okay? I got to think about the title for this one. Anyhow, thanks so much for watching, guys. If any of this resonates for you, please leave a comment down below. I appreciate all of you, and I loved your reading. Okay, I loved your reading, Virgo. Okay. Anyhow, take care, guys. We'll see you the next time. Bye.